in these 3 games.
Yeah, like he just needs to play standard. He needs to stop mind gaming himself, and he can't be so defensive. Tang's gameplay, Tang's builds have weaknesses to them. We know
Yeah.
that, like to an extent. Like, and yes, it's very scary at some point, but there's huge vulnerabilities that standard builds cover that aren't really discussed. There are opportunities to do run bys when he only has 3 queens and a few zerglings, for example. Or there's opportunities to do a hellbat timing, or there's even opportunities to go very, very greedy and survive his attack. But
Hmm.
Lando's not doing any of them. So right now, I'm praying our Terran hero from Australia can somehow pull himself together and scrape together a comeback. Spawning in the
Yeah.
top right hand side, representing all inspiration, very well might just get a clean sweep. Is this Tang?
To the bottom left of Overgrowth. He is down 0-3. He needs everyone's support to, well, to, to do anything at the moment. Poor Lando. He is the red Terran to the bottom left of Overgrowth. He is up against the ropes.
Yeah, very much so. Now the question becomes, how's Lando going to open? Because I already think I know how Tang is going to open, because he's done it 3 times in a row, from what I understand.
14 pull, 15 hatch into gas around 23, and off of 3 queens into something. It's probably how Tang's going to open up. I mean, that being said, Tang also did recently write up what he describes as a nice ZVT all-in on Team Liquid, which is one-base bailing from like Wings of Liberty beta. If you guys were not already familiar with that build, so I mean, Tang could well mix it up, and he's got 4 maps to screw around with if he feels the want to. But I think he's just gonna stick to what he has already proven works 3 times in a row.
I really do feel like if Lando would exploit Tang's lack of scouting, like you see
Yep.
here, even Tang is not even going to send his overlord to see barracks timing or anything. He's seriously just going to fly over to the natural and go up. He just wants to see if a Reaper pops or not. That's it. That's the extent of his scouting. The rest of his overlords aren't being sent anywhere near the Terran base.
Yeah, I think this is actually a pretty big flaw in Tang's play, in my opinion. I've exploited this pretty heavily in the past. Back then, you remember that game I showed you on Metalopolis, right?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, where I lifted off to the gold base on Metalopolis against Tang, and he just assumed I was playing standard, and I won the game. So
Oh,
Tang's scouting, I think, is definitely what I would consider a weakness, in my opinion, at least. So,
that
but in Lander's position, do you want to do a build that says if he doesn't scout this, it's going to be really good, but if I screw up, I'm out?
I would have done it earlier in the series. My balls
Yeah.
aren't this big. So right now, Lando's gonna go for Reaper into Reactor most likely. The way he's not building that second depot immediately indicates Reactor. And this is basically the safest possible Reaper opening, but it is not conducive for a faster command center. This usually leads into a timing, either the 7-minute medevac one or these 8-minute Hellbat one. We'll wait and see which one he's doing.
Yeah.
Lando sees,
So,
oh, let's pull first.
surprise, surprise. Yeah. Tang, this is the second time we've seen Tang go 19 Overlords, which leads me to believe maybe it's not a mistake. I'm not sure. The only reason I think you would do this is so you can get 16 drones, 2 lings, and the queen, which is 19 supply. And Tang likes his saturation and reaching those benchmarks, so maybe that's a conscious decision to get that drone out a little bit quicker. I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest here, my friend. I've given up trying to analyze anything that Tank does. So, normally this Reaper would be going across the map to check on what's going on, but because he confirmed pull first, it's gotta wait at the minimum for these 2 Marines. If I wouldn't even be surprised to see a bunker being built, but I don't think you really need to against Guestless. So,
Yeah.
so far, Lando, decent position. This is his game to win and his game to lose at this point. So, just have to wait and see how he plays it out.
Yeah, getting a few Marines out as he finishes up his factory. We don't yet see a second gas from Lando, but that may be coming down shortly to unlock options like Banshees, fast tanks, Blue Flame Hellions, all that
If he
kind of
builds a starport, if he builds a starport straight, this is going to be the Marine Hellion elevator tech that Flash popularized with his IEM run. If he gets that second gas quickly, it might be Armor and Banshee. We'll have to wait and see. Hot swap and starport. No, Tech Lab. Okay, so already a little bit of a twist.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing that stim come down, and no money yet for the third command center. It doesn't look like that's anywhere in sight for the near future for Lando. So he's still got this gas build up, and it looks like it's going to be the same build as on Catalina.
which would have been the speedlings, but doesn't he usually get a 4th gas? He's only going for 3 right now.
Oh, I meant Lando, sorry.
Oh, Lando. Okay, so it's gonna be a Maru's Marine, sorry, Biohelion with Medevac Stim.
Yeah.
Hits at around 9-ish, if I'm not too mistaken.
It would hit around when Tang is probably 2 production rounds of roaches complete. Looking at Tang's build here, as he has the lair, the rope war, and 2 evos. If he goes up to 4 gases, then this might just be a straight 1-1 roach timing. But knowing Tang, he might cut one of those upgrades in favor of a few more roaches. He's actually going blind spore crawlers here. I mean, he hasn't scouted.
Yeah, I don't think he gives a fuck. So right now Tang is what was this 1-1 roach?
Yeah,
this has
it's
to be
1-1
1-1 roach. Yeah.
1-1 roach. Roach speed, overlords, a round of overlords, then a round of roaches, and a round of roaches, and a round of roaches, and a round of roaches, until the end of time. Or until he runs into like 85 tanks. And then that's probably won't be ideal as well.
I will say that 10-minute roach usually involves starting a 3rd base at 7 minutes, but we do see that Tang is not very interested in such amateurish things right now. Long-term thinking, nah. He's gonna be going right. You would be amazed. As every Terra player could tell you, we're always amazed how many roaches can come from 2 bases. It always feels like too
30
many.
At 10 minutes. It's a lot.
Yeah, you can make more though. Okay, so it's gonna be Starport started around now. Starport will finish at around 9. Medevacs will pop. You could hit with his Medevac timing theoretically as early as around 10:20, maybe even earlier.
Yeah, Lando's going to have a nice setup here. I think he's expected roaches this game, but he has made these Hellions.
A lot of Hellions, I'd like that.
Yeah, would you just throw down an armory?
It's possible the gas timing will line up because you'll start 2 Medevacs, 42 seconds, and armory 60 seconds around together. So he could do it if he really wanted to.
Looks like he's opting for the combat shields and concussive shells instead for the time.
No, there's the armory. Okay, this is going to be an insanely strong attack.
Yeah, and Tang actually just used the 1-1 roach opening, got a few roaches to transition straight into the 3rd base. He made a round of 17 drones with another 9 in production, so he's going straight up to 64 workers against the 41 of Lando. He has no 4th gas, no 3rd CC in sight. He's got this Marine on patrol to make sure no scout comes in, not that Tang would be scouting apparently. But I mean, he's going to have a huge army supply. It's 51 over 18 right now, and Tang is just going up to Hive.
I will say this much. Lando's opener, the only advantage this has over conventional 3 command center 10-minute quick push, the only advantage this has is these Marauders. That's it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Marines, armories, upgrades, everything is identical. And Lando doesn't even have upgrades. This is 0-0. And Tang's not ready for this. He's got no units whatsoever, no map control. And the Bio steps in with the Hellbats and the 3rd immediately forced to abandon. I don't think Lando's going to stop here. He's going to push as hard as he can. And in production, 5 Titleists, 2 Roaches, not nearly enough to stop this massive army. He might even lose 2-2. The Roach Warren's going to go down. He's just going to target down the Roach Warren. And he's no way going to afford to produce Titleists on the scale anywhere close to what he did in the last game. This is a time being exploited by Lando right now.
I mean, Tang isn't down and out yet. He's down around 25 supplies, but I don't think he has the production. Everything is going to get killed as it rallies out, and
there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to run. These drones are going to have to go towards the 3rd again. He's going to pull every single one, and Marauders don't die to drones too easily, my friend. I think this is 25 drones dead. This is a Zerg with no way out. Everything being ravaged aggressively. Bio spinning across the map, and with the 8 drones dying, all that's left now is 12, 14 Titleists in production. And they're going to walk into a lot of red Bio.
Yeah, Tang's going to try and see what he can get done with the Tigers, but it's not going to be that much.
I don't think it will be successful.
No, I mean, that's 36 drones going down. I think Lando has achieved what he wanted to this game with, he's got himself a win on the board, unless he somehow throws against these IPs, but I don't think he will.
Put up a 3rd command center.
Yeah, good transition.
This is not all in at all. I'm sure the engineering base have finished and are already researching, if I'm not too mistaken. No, it seems like he's forgotten them in the excitement, but could hardly blame him. The amount of
Yeah.
damage he's done, I don't think you need. I don't think you need NG base. He's canceled 2-2. He's killed the Roach Warren. He's killed all the drones. So what do you do as Tang from here?
I mean, he's gonna build Hydras.
Oh,
1-1 Hydras for the win. I mean, it worked last game, right? Maybe it can work
Oh.
this time. I mean, the Hydralisk Den is actually it's bleeding out in the natural right now, along with the Infestation Pit, so eventually he won't be able to build Hydras.
This is one of our moments where I say start building tanks, but instead Lando's going to choose to build an armory on his factory. We're going to either see Hellbats or Mines. Either way, I don't think it matters at this point. This is a 112 supply of Terran against a Zerg with no hope of coming back short of some Miracle Nidus Queen shit that I don't think is going to happen.
Tang is just like pooping creep in Lando's natural as a sign of dominance, but I don't think it's going to really work out so well for him. I mean, as soon as Lando decides he wants to attack, he's probably going to do pretty well. He is going to send a drop towards the main base, rally it around the back there, as he pushes towards the third base. But, I mean, how many Hydras are out? There's actually a reasonable amount. There's 10 Hydras. I mean, well, yeah, forget everything I said.
There's as many Hydras as there are medevacs. When it reaches this point, there's no way for the Zerg to come back.
I mean, yeah, to put that in perspective with the previous game, that would have been 50 medevacs.
Yes, that's a lot of medevacs. It's a very good healthcare system there, my friend. So
Yeah.
he's gonna push it away, but he does see all these Hydras, and there's no way Tang can split his army now. He sees the drop coming. All he has is a single queen. But the moment he moves over to the east, here comes Lando from the west, stims in, and this is so Marauder heavy. Maybe 5 salvos tops, and this hatchery is done for.
Oh yeah, along with everything else here, to be honest. I mean, there's one Hydra shows up, thinks he's a hero, but no. I mean, yeah, you pulled it, that's the 5th salvo, as the hatchery just falls, or nearly.
And there's nothing that Tang can do. If it wasn't over before, it is over now. Even more drones being lost on the right-hand side. Lando's drop going perfectly. And he's not even going to engage, he's just going to pull back and wait for more bio.
I think he's checking for the 4th base, making sure there's nothing there. Lando, he might be a little bit timid, I don't know. I mean, from our point of view, yeah, you just stim in and win, but...
If I lost 3 games in a row, I'd be pretty timid too, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
The biggest thing right now is, how do you say, nerfs. He can be eliminated this game, or he can continue playing. He just needs to fix the supply block! I know. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Tang, what do you do as Tang right now? He doesn't have, does he have, yeah, he still has his Infestation Pit, but he can't make an Infester for the Money Fungal with 25 gas, and you also can't Money Fungal on his Infinity Medevacs, yeah.
Honestly, I think he's playing the fatigue game. Tang knows that
Tang, he will do that.
I don't blame him in the slightest. This is what I would be doing in the series as well. Like, if your opponent has to play against you a total of probably 14 times, you know, you're gonna stretch this shit on forever.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna get... come on, Lando. You're maxed. Go.
Yeah,
Form the A move.
It doesn't get any better than this. Literally. So...
I mean, on Lando's side of things, maybe he's savouring the win. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, it's gonna be really short and savoring right about now, I think. No.
He's got like one hand on the mouse and
Yeah.
one hand on the keyboard.
Oh my god. Well, you got me. Not gonna lie, I didn't see that coming. When roaches have to, when Hydras have the high climb 4 crawlers, you know the game is over. Retreats to the high ground. Yeah, this game is done.
Yeah. I mean, he still hasn't left yet.
He still has not left yet. Yeah.
Mana mules. I demand the mana mules. Lando's making Infinity Command Centers back home, so he can afford mana mules. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. He's not going to, is he? I swear, if he just goes home now. He just go. Oh, thank God for that.
And this is what Tang's been waiting for, but it doesn't matter. This looks like what happened if Russia decided to invade Vietnam. I swear to God, there's nothing left to greet this, and he pulls every single drone. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tang doesn't even GG.
No, he does.
He does GG.